Have you ever worked at a job you thought you were qualified for and discovered you just hated it? Day after day, you keep showing up, but deep down, you're convinced you were meant for something more. That was William Tecumseh Sherman in the 1850s, long before he became one of the most famous or infamous generals of the American Civil War. Let me tell you the story of Sherman's short and miserable career as a Kansas lawyer and how it prepared him for greatness. This is a story I know well because it happened in my hometown. Hi, I'm Liam, a shed-working history professor. Before the Civil War, Sherman had been a brilliant student at West Point with a promising career ahead. But he left the Army and tried his hand at civilian life, first banking in California, which collapsed in the Panic of 1857, then law in the boomtown of Leavenworth, territory of Kansas, where his in-laws, the powerful Ewing family, set him up in the firm Sherman, Ewing, and McCook. Sherman never went to law school. A judge who stopped by the office gave him his license. No law school required. On paper, it looked like success. In reality, Sherman was bored, broke, and restless. And Sherman hated courtroom work. He disliked chasing clients. He despised land speculation cases, which was most of the work in Kansas Territory at that time. And he thought the whole business was just contrived and unethical. Once he defended a man accused of horse theft. Sherman warned him, "I'm not the right lawyer for you." But the man insisted. Sherman did his best, and the man was convicted. Rightly so, Sherman admitted. His law partner said, "He looked out of place, a man of ambition trapped in the wrong profession." Sometimes, though, he was too conscientious. Once, his partner McCook forgot that he was supposed to be scheduled in court to help a client who was being evicted from leased land. Sherman panicked on his behalf and showed up in court to get a continuance for the absent partner, but the judge denied it. The client stood to lose a prefabricated house he had put on the rented property. When Sherman's partner was confronted, he simply advised the client to get a group of friends and steal the house from the property under cover of darkness. So the client did. Sherman didn't go for this cloak and dagger stuff. Also, his asthma was getting worse, so he saw the time to make his move. Sherman quit. He accepted a post as superintendent of a new military academy in Louisiana, the forerunner of today's LSU. There, surrounded by young Southerners who would soon fight against him, Sherman studied their culture and even gave them a stern warning. "You're unprepared for war with a bad cause to start with. You will surely fail." He knew the storm was coming, and when it broke, he was ready. Fast forward a few years. Sherman is no longer the restless Kansas lawyer. He's General Sherman, Grant's right hand, the man who marched his army to the sea and broke the Confederacy's back. The failed banker, the bored lawyer, had finally found his true calling. So what can we learn from Sherman's lost years? First of all, be ethical. Even in jobs you hate, keep your integrity. Give them notice. Sherman refused shady cases too. Secondly, don't give up. Failure isn't the end. It's preparation. Third, be ready for opportunity. Sherman's time in Louisiana gave him insights he was able to use in war. And banking and law gave him some great insights as well. Sherman once said, "War is hell," but for him, law was no paradise either. His story reminds us, sometimes the job you hate is just the road to the calling you were made for. So if you're stuck in a dead-end job, don't despair. Like William Tecumseh Sherman, your true work may still be ahead. Look out, Georgia. If you enjoyed this video, then like it. And even better, join the community. Comment, subscribe, and even go to the channel page to make comments or ask questions of your fellow members in the community. Thanks for watching.